I'm a project manager.
Okay, where?
Nigeria.
What project you do, Yuti?
Under mostly construction.
Okay. So
yes, so I partner with people who do agricultural mechanisms and then building structures as well.
Very good. Great.
Thank you.
Nice to know that. I don't know whether you were there in the last two meetings.
Yes, but it was the internet was blurry for me, so it was I couldn't get a lot. The audio was distorted.
Okay.
Yes.
So we had two meetings earlier.
Okay.
And the discussion was what can be done from your collaborative effort where people can combine those who have land, those who have agricultural expertise. There are people who are looking for job. There are people looking for business. How can you connect all of them together to see how the facilities, the land which can be utilized for making it into a productive land? Right.
Okay.
These are all the things we were discussing. So we have Dr. Monty here. She has.
Hello. Good morning. Morning, ma'am. Okay. Morning.
She has land. Monty, okay. You can explain what you have and what are your capacities.
Good morning, everyone. The Lord bless you. This is Apostle Dr. Monty from Botswana. Like I earlier mentioned in the group and to Dr. TPS. TPS, yes. I have a land, and this land have been lying without any use. So for some decades now, I've had this land. I was doing like small farming, depending on the rainy, season. Because in this land, there is no water, but the water point is being all what has been done is to, like what TPS has said, the land has to be used, has to be like activated and turned into a green land. So, like I've heard in the group some discussing that, they were even asking me questions. What is your government doing? If you have so much land, what is the government doing? So it's not the same. Here in our country, it's not the same. You have to, find ways of, getting funds, and, you have to find, ways of getting those resources, because it's a big land. For you to acquire maybe some assistance, you have to be, really somewhere already. You need to be sure of what it is that you are doing. So the land is there, yes, but there is nothing that has been done. Like I said earlier on in the first meeting that I attended, because of COVID, I think COVID gave us an awakening. It gave us a wake-up call to say that we cannot just sit. I'm looking at myself sitting in a land that can produce and that can serve my country. Now, this is the time that I'm just waking up and I'm just realizing that I have spent so much time without, using what I have. to create jobs like the vision and mission of DrTPS, that we need to come up, with ideas, especially into agri, to take youth out of the street. So my wish is to really stand up and do something. And I know that with God all things are possible. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Francis will have something to say.
Oh yes, thank you so very much, Doc. Greetings to everyone. Yeah, this is very interesting, and I decided to come early so that I should not miss anything. Just like Apostle Monty has said, in many countries in Africa, you may have land, and you may have quite a big land, but it's your responsibility as an individual, to raise resources and use it. You may have an opportunity, like in our context here. Of course, there are opportunities, like currently, the new government is looking for empowering youths. Of course, money is there. Yeah, money is there, but it requires the youths also to come up with the feasible and workable, proposals where, they can use it to acquire, such. So particularly in my case, I've quite a big land, and it's not just at one point. The good part is I'm coming from a loyal family. In our context, a loyal family, they are the owners of the land. There are two parts in our context that, gives land. That has, the mandate for utilizing of land. So I have several portions of land. If I were to put them together, it can even exceed, 500 hectares, because it's not just one place. Then also besides this, I have personal land that I've just bought outside our, customary land, because I'm based in Lusaka. So the traditional land is in the village where you have different portions. Yeah, now the challenge is where to access, funding so that you can utilize the portions of land that is there. The good part is, of course, we're exposed to information as in how you can utilize, these portions. But the critical area is the actual capital, the startup capital. Okay. Of course, I'm trying. Right now, I'm into farming. The other type of farming, I'm into poultry, layering of chickens. Okay. Of course, it's profitable. Also, depending on the season, because sometimes you face challenges like the season during COVID. I think there was a very big challenge in Zambia when it comes to poultry. We don't know. Rumors has it that they were exporting to other countries, so it created a problem in Zambia. Not just where I'm based in Lusaka, but the entire country. We faced this challenge of where to access chicks. Sometimes you buy today, and then you're just, on the queue for 2 months, sometimes even 3 months just to access the chicks. And that affected most of us, during, that period. But as I'm speaking right now, actually yesterday, there was an official announcement from the government that according to the studies and the situation, there's enough, potential for chicks. So the breeders have been allowed to start exporting because they were banned. So these are real issues that we are discussing, and mainly I may appreciate if maybe we can look at the practical way how those of us who are involved in farming can access or can maybe create enough income so that they utilize the potential land that they have, because I think generally I may not be to all the countries in Africa, but I think the problem mostly is the same. We may have a general problem, and this general problem is basically on the capital, how to raise capital. And considering the effect of COVID-19, most businesses have been affected. There could be one or two that took advantage of the COVID-19. Of course, there could be those businesses that instead of going down, for them the same situation was a plus. But I think the majority, as for me, is that I think the COVID-19 affected most of us. So I think basically that's my situation here. Land is there, and actually I've worked on, I've just finished on extending the poultry, and also I'm looking at how can I look at different types of chickens. I'm not too sure in India and in other countries, but there are those that can grow within 5 to 6 weeks, and those that can grow, in a minimum of six months. So I'm looking at accommodating both. Here we call those that can grow in 6 months, we call them village chicken, and then those that grow in 5 to 6 months, we call them broilers. So I'm looking at accommodating both, and also part of my land, considering the project that I mentioned in the previous meeting, I'm looking at how I can utilize it for bananas, growing bananas, because bananas I'm going to benefit, twice. The actual banana fruits, and then the stems that, most of us we throw as, rubbish or as waste. As I'm speaking today, I mentioned something, and I'm proud to say the machine that we started manufacturing for, working on the banana waste has been completed. Most likely tomorrow or after tomorrow, it will be in. So that now we can look at how we can expand the project that I mentioned about banana. So I think from my end, these are some of the inputs, and I'm looking forward to learn from you, Doc, and others, so that I can get one or two things, combining pieces from each one of you, and see how best I can benefit myself as an individual, the youths that I'm coordinating across the country, and also contribute to my nation, Zambia. Thank you.
Thank you, Francis. Anybody else? What I'm saying is, let us not complain what government did not do, what COVID had given, what are the problems we have. This we can keep on telling. It's not going to save, it is not going to serve any purpose. I am looking at, there are a lot of manpower available, and they say that employment is not there. Is it not that, or is it that difficult to collect 20 youth people and convince them and say that let us work together, I have land, let us start producing something. Let us not think about what benefit we will get, where are we going to market. I am sure, start with one, you don't have to work 365 days to make one produce. Expand it little bit, acquire land here and there, start cultivating what is locally can be grown. You don't have to think too much of what I have to do. Some project you take, make some 10-20 people to start. It's called a cooperative society. In most of the places, such corporate societies, people gathering together, using their little income, little resources. Maybe if you have 100 acres of land, give 1 acre to one group, another 1 acre to another group. That can be some schools running, that can be some college students, that can be some youth association, that can be some orphanage. Assume that somebody wanted to stay there, make a small shed and then accommodate there, give the food instead of sitting idle and then looking what I have to do. Be on the ground and start doing job. There is no second substitute. I was looking at what land Dr. Monty has. It's in the roadside. Little away you have little water facilities available. Small lakes are there. Definitely if you dig little, you will get water. Because if there is water available in some sources nearby, definitely groundwater will be there. If not, even you can have mechanisms of pumping it. There are different methods, small mechanical things which you can pull it up. With a cycle you can pull it up and then that can be put it into an overhead tank. From there you can flow. Little pressure can be used for pushing it into your land. Because water body is there. Around your place there is water body. I was looking at satellite image to look at water bodies are there or not.
Yes.
So water is there. Only thing your land doesn't have. And it's all barren land. Only thing you will have to pump it little up. You don't even require electricity. People have to only pedal a cycle. Water can take up, put it onto a tank. From there it can flow. So only thing we need people. And you have lot of people who are very, very powerful. That is why I said the youth development program. You have to put people together and show. In Zambia you are able to do that. Definitely somebody else from some other place will look at what Zambia is doing. Let me also copy that. That is why last time I was talking about the university. Not for university to go and get a degree and educate it. That is of no use. Take an example. Get the students there. Make them to work. Show that they are all entrepreneurs. They wanted to do some project. I am sure there will be a lot of people who are sitting idle. You can do that. And this is the only time you can do that. Because you have manpower. Most of them are idle. They are getting away from the normal life into bad habits. Give them direction. Make them to use their ability to produce some produce so that they can get into some small businesses. Now we have a good example from Francis, brother Francis. I am sure whatever project he has done with banana plants, if Monty can show that in 1 acre land you can have banana plants. Yeah, banana plants definitely require water. So you have to look at from where water you can pump it, only that area. 1 acre you identify, give that land. Half is yours, half is mine. Have a memorandum with some youth group. And then give it into lease. The profit also you share. Ask them, land is mine, work is yours, and maybe whatever is the mechanism required, the seeds required, the plants required, siblings required, which you take it from different people. We have a beautiful example from Kimaro. He has done lot of such small activities. I have also shared in the group. I am sure you can start doing this in the ground, making people to work. That is what we want. We are looking for solutions for problems. Mulaya has joined. Mulaya, I want you don't talk about the problems, say that the government is not supporting, COVID is there, that everybody knows. Every part of the world these problems are there. Let us look at what we can do. We have Elizabeth also from Queen Elizabeth, Dr. Elizabeth, Professor Elizabeth, Sister Elizabeth. She's from UK. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for what can be done practically on the ground. Let us not talk about theory. Let us not talk about problems. What, Sister Elizabeth, right?
Yes, I'm here. What's the questions? What do you want me to say, sir? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. How can I help you? What do you want me to say, sir?
Yeah, this is a group of people. There are people with a lot of land. There are people who want to coordinate youth to do some activity. And one of the most sustainable job in the world is agriculture and agro-based products. And we know a lot of people have real problems. Food is not available. You will have to buy it with a large cost, right? So why not start producing something? Last 2 meetings I have shown a lot of examples where you can have chickens, you can have mutton, you can have different pets, you can have a lot of agricultural producers, and so many activities can be done. But we are only seeing people are idle, land is also idle, and we always find problems but not solutions. Mulaya, what we wanted to say? Or
Can I speak?
yes.
Okay, right. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for this opportunity to come and join you here, and also to speak about a very important topic, because that one is natural, and is so rich when we focus on agriculture. Yes, couple of people have approached me from Africa about the agriculture, how they can get the sponsors. Some people say the government is not helping them, and they said they don't have sponsors and all other things. Like, I just agree with DrTPS, what he said earlier on, that we can't really depend on the government alone. That's one point. And then the other thing is, it is about time that we start, and that is why I really appreciate this platform. It is time that we start educating, or let me put it this way, in my own way. Let me say, it is time for us to start changing the mindset of the youth, because their mindset is based on automatic job, go to university, get a job, and that is it. And also, even when they're doing the business, they launch into the business that doesn't even produce, that doesn't expand, and it's not even working. So that is why it is possible for us to start educating, training, and also trying to encourage the youth to come together and talk about it. I also agree with DrTPS when he said, you have to start small. Many of us, we want to start big. And like I always say, if you want to do something serious in your life, it's like a ladder. You don't start from the middle of the ladder. And we don't start from the top of the ladder. But you have to start from the bottom of the ladder. And stage by stage, step by step. Let me use my father-in-law as an example. I mean, all his life before he died in 2018 at the age of 110, he started farming. And during that time, right from the beginning, he would bring all his children to come to farm, and they plant and plant. But what do I want to say is that not the very week or the very month or the very year that they started planting this seed that we grow. Some of them might grow within a year. Some of them might grow maybe within 2 years or 3 years. And before you can even get any harvest from this, it has to be maybe 5 years or 10 years or something like that. But what I want to bring out from that is because he left a legacy. I've agriculture is very important. It's a very good thing that you can leave for your children's children. He left a legacy that we all are enjoying even till today. So we need to be encouraging the youth that this is a long-term investment. This is a long-term business. This is a long-term job. And they need to feel their interest in it and also be patient when they are doing it. Now, another thing I just want to encourage our leaders as well is that there are lands, just like DrTPS said, there are so many lands that are not being used. There are so many resources, and you don't need big money to start all this. When you start small, gradually, with motivation, with energy, then more ideas will come on your way, how you can get support, how you can get money, so as you can promote it. But you have to start from this one. I remember, I'm from Nigeria. And then I remember that even in my own local area, just a little land there, that is Alfalta, the land in Africa, very rich. You can drop a seed of potato and put tomato on the floor and it grows. So we don't really have to wait before we do something. We just have to look for something that you can start with. You know, the seed that you can just plant when there is land. There is always land. Because I learned that many people are given land. But we just have to motivate this youth. We need to encourage them and train them and inspire them to start. That's why I appreciate DrTPS bringing this platform so that we all can also help other youth to be able to empower themselves. So thank you so much because I didn't plan to come and speak here. I just want to come and listen so that we can work together, or we can see a way to work together. So I've come here to learn as well. Thank you so much.
See, last week I was there in a farm. These are all produced from the farm where I got it.
Exactly.
Whatever I require for 2 weeks. So there are lot of small pockets of people who work. I go to such places, spend my time. I'm not in Africa, otherwise I would have been in every one of your land. So I'm saying people can gather together and then start. Right? For last 2 years, people say there is COVID. Otherwise, I used to travel international. So what has given COVID is a great opportunity for me. I was traveling in the local farms. You can see many of my videos. I have gone to local farms to understand what they are doing and take that message to somebody else. I also invest a little bit here and there for asking people to grow. So there are a lot of people parallelly working. So I'm sure you can do that. Only thing, you need few people to ready. Today also I got one agriculture person who spoke to me that I've got a graduation, BTech in agriculture, but no job. I said, start cultivating. Professionally, you are a qualified person. Why do you want to wait somebody else to give a job for you? So whether you are qualified or not qualified, I am sure agriculture is, I am from an agricultural family. That's why I know how to do agriculture. My father was a farmer. So I'm sure many of you can start, instead of talking, what is required is exactly working on the ground. Yeah, Mulaya is the person who wanted to make this happen. So it's he who has to speak.
All right.
No theory. I want practically what can be done. What are you going to do next 2 weeks?
Thank you very much, Doc. I hope everyone is getting me.
Yes.
All right. Greetings to you all, wherever you are listening me from. Many thanks to our Doc for this great initiative. Of course, he is our father who is so much passionate about African development in terms of agribusiness. Indeed, we have been talking a lot in the past. I think it's time now to move to practical. And then one of the things I would love to see happening in this group, starting from now, we need to be seeing now people getting serious to land business. If you have a piece of land, quickly start developing it. You may work in groups or you can do it alone so that you'll be able to see postings coming from various destinations. Let's make our group active. Let's begin to see actual implementation of land policy. In that way, even our father who is in the house is going to come in by providing certain measures to help us to understand agriculture. If you're in Zambia, let's meet according to the regions where you are based in. You can contact me, I can organize, I can link you to the nearest person who is near to you, so that we begin to see people now getting farming more professional part of living. This is what we want to see. We have been having a lot of talks. We appreciate for the ideas which has been coming, but also let's start now implementing what we have been saying in the past. In that way, we are going to motivate our father by providing capacity building. So if you want to go into cassava plantation, get yourself a good piece of land, begin to plant, and then show us the evidence. We need to be seeing pictures. If you want guidance, our house is open. We have good people with vast experience in agriculture. They are going to guide us. I think this is what the move, the direction I want everyone to go in. In that way, we're going to make also our platform more active, and then we're going to attract more people.
Can I quickly ask a question, please? I have a young boy from Liberia. I could have loved him to come and join this group. He's one of my mentees. He's doing a great job in Liberia. He's around 21 years old. He told me all his stories that he just wanted to do something, and right from the beginning, because he didn't know what to do. So he went to join other farmers to learn from them. So within that period, you can't just go to the farm and then you sit down and start learning. You have to be part of it. So within the process that he was working and practicing and learning, then they see the seriousness of this boy, and then they gave him a land to start with about maybe 2 years ago or so. And this boy was so serious that he will plant those small seeds, he will plant it. And then when it grows in the small land they gave him, when it grows like that and he harvested it, then he will take it to the market to sell. That is how this young boy started. And I believe he's had motivation in that place. Now the question was, because I wanted him to be on this land, but unfortunately he cannot because he doesn't have access to Zoom. So can I ask the questions to our leader here? If some of them doesn't have Zoom and they want to really involve in this kind of meeting, how would they do it?
See, last time what we did was when Namibia people wanted to join, most of them had a problem for connectivity, data was not there, smartphone is not there. We made all of them to sit in a room and there was a projector and somebody was talking, and we addressed many people parallelly. So people have collected together. Namibia could make a good group. So I'm sure many people can join together to make such small groups, and then the discussion, how many are coming is not important. How many people are working on the ground, that is more important. I am not seeing the Namibia group today because we had many discussions. We also had somebody from different country where they have medicinal plants growing. I connected to them to people together here. So parallelly, many things are happening.
Yeah, I just want to show you briefly. Sorry, sir. I just want to show you briefly what this young boy has done in Liberia. So that's why I really want him to come. And I mean, maybe we can find a way where he can also motivate other people. But with what you said, sir, I will pass the message on to him to see if he can gather the youth, because he is so blessed that even the youths around him were showing interest to work with him, but they need motivation. I mean, let me just show you quickly. I don't know if you can see it.
No, maybe you could post in the group
Okay,
what we have.
yes.
That is best.
Yes, I will do. Yeah. So, I mean, I will take your advice, and I will just let him know that he can even do something like that in that area. Because the only thing he has is just the phone that he's using to communicate with me. But he is doing a great job.
Good.
I mean, within 2 years, he has, I mean, he just told me that even the local man around there has given him another land. So he's planting yam, he's doing the coconut, he's doing so many on that land. So he needs the motivation, and he also needs the power to be able to motivate other youths around his area. So that is why I just decided to come over here and learn so that
Good.
I can pass the message on to him.
Good. Anybody else? Maybe Yuti have a project on agriculture. Yuti is
Hi everyone.
Yeah.
Hi, my twin sister. Can you hear me?
Yes, Nadia.
Yes, I am Queen Nadia, and I salute my great, my great queen sister with us. Thank you, DrTPS Sasukumar, for sending me the invitation. And yes, it's a very interesting topic. And as you know, Africa is suffering a lot from different parts of the world, from different problems. The problem is not the lands. They have the lands. And Africa is a blessed continent. Is a blessed continent. Everyone wants to get out from this poverty. But forgive me to say, when you want to get out from this poverty, you need to really want and accept to get out. Because majority, they are waiting for the others to come and bring the things. When you have everything at home, you know, everyone is talking about, oh, we need finance to start. No, you have the land. You don't need finance. Before finances didn't exist. Everyone had the land. And when you have the land and you have the volunteer, the willpower to do something, nothing will stop you from doing something. The problem in Africa, it's division. People, they are not are not working in solidarity. Do you really think that in a village, for example, in a village, if everyone participates, let's say that we have only one land in a village, this land should be shared for all the villages. This land, everyone will participate and work the soil, plant anything they need. One will plant, let's say, just an example, one will plant tomatoes, the other will make different things. And at the end you share. You really think that if a village is working in solidarity, where everyone participating with something, that the people will face poverty? No way. Solidarity is strength. Solidarity is strength. People should just, you know, there's also some technologies There's some technologies that I found this technology here in France, and this technology is like a container, and it's powered by solar energy, and this container is helping to the food, for example, to dry the food, and it's helping to just when you dry the food, you can eat long time from this food. You understand? So there's some kind of technology like that we can help to bring, but everyone has to participate. You understand? Participate. Agriculture is what will save not only Africa, but the world from a big famine. We are just complaining. We are not acting. People are complaining all the time. But if you want really to get out from this misery, my sister Queen Elizabeth is always repeating one thing: yes, you can. And when she is saying that, it has a big meaning. It is one of the most powerful messages that she's spreading all over the world. Yes, everyone can. Yes, you can get out from the misery. If you accept to get out from the dependence on others. This is the problem. We are depending on others. And this is what stuck all Africa in poverty, because the resources are there. Africa is the most blessed continent in the world, but they are divided. They are divided. They are not united. So someone who has a knowledge, for example, he is not sharing with the others. He prefers to get that for himself. Then he will make a big business on it, manipulate the others. There's not this solidarity or this mentality to share. For example, our youth, they don't need European people or the Occidental people. They have everything. The elders there, the old generation have such knowledge on soil and agriculture that they can teach. But the youth, they are dreaming of something else. They are dreaming to go to other countries, not to build their own countries. I'm sorry to say that. But yes, when you have lands, you don't need finance or anything. You just act and do. That's it. This is what I think, clearly. So when you hear everywhere, you hear everywhere, let's feed the poor. Do you know what is the meaning of feeding the poor? It's not giving them a bag of rice or giving them something to eat. It's to feed them with your knowledge. This is what means feeding the poor. When you are feeding them with your knowledge, you are just getting them out from the dependence and getting them independent financially and everything, because they can do several things. So we have to share our knowledge, to feed with our knowledge. The rest you cannot do, because everyone has its own deserve to do. Everyone has to participate. And yes, my sister was telling about, she asked a question. If someone wants to join and they have not the capacity to learn from all of us, there's what we call the IPIT and the IPTV. So for example, maybe one person in a village or one person somewhere has a television. So this television can be linked directly with internet. you know, and they can receive the teaching directly. They, as you said, Dr. TP, they can be gathered together. They can be gathered and learn from all together. I don't think that there's an obstacle of that, because when you want, you can and you will. I believe this is what, before this technology, everyone was moving, you know. They were doing their best. So now everyone wants, I don't know how it's said in English, but just want to say I admire your work for spreading the agriculture, because yes, the agriculture, when everybody will work on agriculture, it will not only save their life and feed them, but it will also participate to the change of this climate that we are, the crisis of climate that we are facing. Because by planting trees, by also making agriculture and all that, you are just changing your environment. This is what I believe. Sorry, maybe I'm wrong, but this is what I believe. I don't know.
How can my sister Nadia be wrong? You are right. I kept saying, if you want to do something, if you want to perform, you need skill, you need opportunity, you need attitude. Opportunities are there because land is there, people are there, demand is also there.
Yes, you have the land, you have a brain. It's a question of mindset.
Yeah,
you
attitude need to be changed. Attitude need to be changed.
If you want, you can.
Yeah, and if you have attitude, definitely skill will come.
Exactly.
But today what is there is,
this biggest,
they want always, see, when you connect to anybody in Africa, immediately they ask, I want help, I want money, I want some donation, I want clothes, I want food, support me, give me $1, that's only. So I keep telling them, this is what is the normal behavior. Instead of that, join together. You have people with the land, start working.
You know, Professor, if you allow me to say something.
Yeah.
You know, everything what is visible in this world has been created in the invisible.
Yes.
It means that everything started from an idea. And this idea should be powered by an emotion, because every thought is bringing an emotion, and every emotion is bringing an action. So if everyone thinks positive for the change, and they really want, and they have the faith that they can do it, trust me, that all the rest will come as just accessories or instruments completing one another, you know, because this world where we are living has been created with one thought and faith. So everyone is capable to change his life and do everything. You have the land, you have already the wealth, because the land is a wealth. You can do anything you want if you accept to get out from this dependence on others. Don't wait for the others to come and give you. It will never happen, because they will come to give you. Yes, if I give you money now, or I give you food now, tomorrow when it's finished, you will come back to me again and ask my help again, and then you become dependent on me, and you will continue your misery again. No, to eradicate poverty is not to give in fish, but to to teach how to fish. This is very important. So people who want to make agriculture, they have to start and work their land. They have to come and work in solidarity and unity together, because unity is strength, and we are one body. This is important. But unfortunately, Dr. TP, people are in competition. They are in competition with one another. They are not in solidarity or unity. They are really divided. And this is the problem.
I think Nadia's sister told exactly what is required. It's not competitive, it is complementary to each other. So we can complement things to each other. I'm sure everybody can become successful.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, Yuti has something to say because she is a great project leader.
Right. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Thank you once again, Dr. TP, for this opportunity. First of all, I want to once again thank everyone and for creating this platform. Basically, what my fellow colleagues have stated is similar to what we have here in our own country. But what's in my own specialty, what I'm doing with regards to project management, it's partnering with farmers to expand their agricultural knowledge and find ways to, not necessarily make it huge, but to try and make it sustainable enough for them to provide for at least their immediate community. And so basically what I do is to do a lot of research, studies, and seminars that we can now collaborate with the teachers and then, meet up with the farmers on ground level as close as possible. So those are the basic things. Apart from that, yes, we are scouting lands. There's even an agricultural mechanic. What I mean, he does mechanisms and construct mechanisms. So right now he's based in the Jos, but he's hoping to relocate here in the federal capital. So we're trying to, first of all, right now, scout for a place for him so that he can, broaden his products and his portfolio. So that's it for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Yuti. Yeah, Mulaya was trying to say something. I think he left. Francis G, you want to add something?
Yes, thank you very much, Bob. Yeah, I think most of the items that I wanted to add have been highlighted. However, I was just trying to respond to Dr. Elizabeth. She indicated someone was, trying to work hard, a young man. Now, I didn't understand it fully because she said that she cannot connect to this meeting. Now, the question is it, language barrier? Is it internet connectivity where he is, staying? Is it lack of a smartphone that is unable, to access Zoom or Google Meet? Because I've seen the video that she shared. The young man must be doing well. Now, my concern is if you want to make money, you must spend money. You spend money to make money. If you are not willing to spend money to make money, then it becomes, quite challenging. Unless where he stays, there's no internet access. These days, I don't know the pricing in that country, but less than less than $100, you can buy a smartphone so that, you get connected. If that cannot work, the solution that you provided can still work. I've been doing transformational training for some time where we are teaching clergy, because the clergy, most clergy, they are busy with their work. They are not looking at what we are discussing here, to be entrepreneurial, to be innovative, to be creative. And then during COVID, they have been affected. So we try to teach them to work. And we borrow that concept from the Bible, where God is seen to be, the creator. And the way to create, that's where we are, we're looking at work. He worked, and also we must be working. Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is, just as someone indicated, that there is need to teach to fish rather than giving someone, fish. Yeah, so those are some of the things that I wanted to highlight. We fully exhaust that question that the dog, or the challenge that the dog brought concerning the boy, because the initiative where they can get connected, this has worked so much, where sometimes we can even have 100 centers. They come together and they are connected to the projector, and then they are learning, because they don't have access to internet, smartphone and laptops and anything that can make them connected. Because what we are learning, or encouraging one another here, I'm sure and I believe at the end of the day we are not the same, because we are learning from each other. What is working in India, what is working in Nigeria. The environment may not be 100%, but we can learn a concept and change our mindset. I think the biggest challenge, it's the mindset. The mindset, I think that's the greatest sin that needs to be fought, that needs to be, worked on. The mindset, I think that's the biggest, the issue here that we need to address. So for me, I'm looking at if we can address that, and then we become innovative, creative, entrepreneurial, having a positive mindset, we will never be the same. And
I think Francis, let us, what we need is, you are on the ground, you are there. Now can you have few people around you to show that yes, we can make things happen, instead of telling, I can say this, maybe sitting in UK, Sister Elizabeth can say, sitting in France, Nadia can say. You being in Africa, now let us not talk theory. Let us not say that God will come and save us, God will do that. All that is not required. Make some small group, 10 members. Make a small, you are doing it alone. And you have your own business model, you are doing it. So what I want is, you can show that you can add a few more people to show that that many people are also built in a community together, showing them that yes, together we can do much better.
Yes, I totally agree with you, DrTPS, because at the moment, what I'm trying to do, where's the echo coming from? Yeah, okay, thank you. So what I've started doing with the youth in Africa, because like he said, I'm in UK and I can't be traveling to Nigeria every minute or any part of the country. So what I've tried to do is exactly what you just said now, that I'm trying to set up, I've already set up some groups in Sierra Leone and also Nigeria. I'm also trying to get another group as well that will represent Yes You Can International in Liberia. And this boy is ready for me to train him so that he can form that group over there. And I think that is the only way we can do it. Because like one of them in Sierra Leone have done very fantastic job. Because what he did was every district of Sierra Leone, they have coordinators now. Each district has coordinators. So what I'm trying to train them is to gather at least 10 people around their area, and then we start the work from there. So, and I think that is a good idea, because if not, we'll just be waiting for a long time for us to do something. But if we can empower these children and also help them to change their mindset. So once that their mindset is changed, then they'll be able to do a lot. They'll be inspired to do a lot. And they'll be able to start something. I mean, like, for example, in Nigeria, in a part of Nigeria, there's one certain young girl as well there. She's been waiting for a long time to do something, no job, nothing. And what did I tell her? I just said, you know what can you do something small? Because if you can believe in starting small, then you start small, then you can progress. So I was able to support this young girl. So what she did is that she had a little money. She went to the market, buy all this stuff, then started she started cooking snacks, and then started selling it. I mean, this thing started about 2 months ago. This girl, apart from the fact that she started the business, which is very small, that I was able to support her, she also expanded. She started with chin-chin. Now she's doing puff-puff. Now she's doing cake. Now she asked for the show glass, the showcase, so that she can put her stuff there. By yesterday, she's telling me that somebody was passing by her house where she lives, and then they saw the show glass, they saw all the things she displayed there. Now she's got a contract to do a chin-chin for a primary school, Center Asport. That is it. She started with small. I've helped her to change her mindset that she can create her own wealth in a little way. And now she's getting a contract. This started since January, and she's doing well. So when we change their mindset to say, yes, they can do it, and then they look around them where that opportunity, maybe the land, and then they start digging, they start planting, they will do it. And by the time they realize it, they are increasing. This young boy, he gathered a lot of youth to help them. They are helping him to plant. Now he has some goods that he's taken to the market to sell. And now he's got to a stage now, what he's looking for now, he said he will need machine. Because he's been doing it for 2 years and he's been doing a lot on that farm. So he's looking for machine now, and he can get that sponsor. So that's what I'm trying to speak out on his behalf, so that he can get a sponsor, so that they can buy machines for him to improve, to expand. But what I'm trying to say is that it all starts from mindset. If people are willing to do it, and like DrTPS said, attitude matters as well. Because if you want to do something, your attitude must be right for people to see. Because the one thing people youth don't understand, they only looking for money. But if you show attitude, money will come in a simple way. You don't even need to struggle. They just have to see you starting something, and then that will encourage the sponsors to come and sponsor you.
True. Yeah, hope some message is going and something maybe getting into actions.
Yeah.
So I think I expect a lot from Francis, and there are few people who wanted to make things happen. See, the connectivity is a big problem. Mulaya is missing all the time, entering and then going out, but he follows otherwise. Nelson is also there. Nelson is also very enthusiastic sometimes. So Francis, maybe you can do something on the ground and then get back to us. Show some group of people are together, and maybe next time when we attend, we need at least 10 people along with you in a room. Show that we are all ready for this.
Can you allow me to respond?
Also, I want to appreciate your suggestions, Mr. Francis, and I will personally work with this boy for what you just said. I'm going to work with him, and I believe very soon he will be able to come and join this group. I mean, to represent his group and join this group to come and give reports of the action he's taking. So I believe that your ideas is good, and I'm taking it up, and I'm going to work with this. Thank you so much, Mr. Francis.
Good enough for the day?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Nadia.
I just want
Thank
to
you.
say something, if you allow me.
Yeah, sure, Sister Nadia. Yeah, welcome.
My sister Queen Elizabeth spoke about, is it in Liberia? Sister? I can't hear you.
Yes, in Liberia, yes.
Okay. So in Liberia, I have a good news for you. We have a great team of Success World One Liberia. And there we have our president, Abraham George Way. He is the cousin of the president of the country. As you can see, as you know, I also spoke to you last time about also what we are doing in Liberia and working with the president of the country, George Way. And they ask for different investment, and agriculture is one of the projects there. So our partner investors that we have from Switzerland and from South Korea also, they are following us. And as you know, we have released 400 million for the country with the participation of we are working with the president. It is still in process, and I will ask my team to be linked with your team there. Then they can work together, because solidarity is important. You cannot do anything alone.
No.
It's impossible. Even the body needs two hands to handle the situation. These two hands are very important. So I will ask them, I will give you in private our team there, and they can link with them and see what they can do together. And yes, in order to buy some machine and all that, in every country we have to create what is called the economic reality that will bring income all the time, So this is very important, because there's also something that we have to think about. And this is the reality also. You have different area, they have the land, but they don't have the water.
Yes, that's another one.
This is the problem. So when you have the water is creative of life. So if there's no water, what we can do? Even our agriculture is not, we don't have really, we cannot plant. Even if we plant, we don't have the result, a big result. So this is why I believe that we need really to be all together united and see what we can do and create some economic reality and find some technologies to bring the water, make irrigation, and yes, this is true. The mindset is the start of everything. This is true that the mindset is the cause of all the effects. This is true. But the actions need to be done. Otherwise, You have this mindset, thinking too much. You can have million of thoughts, even if it is positive thoughts. It remains thoughts. If you are not, if you don't have faith, and if you are not really acting, because thoughts are going with emotion, and emotion are going with action. If you have the thought and emotion, and there's no the action going with, it's useless. I'm telling you. Don't forget that the mind has the power, the capacity to edit or to print 60,000 thoughts per day, but they are still living in misery because they feel like in a prison, in jail in their mind, because they are not moving. So this is why to work in solidarity, it's a call to all organizations and associations to work together. We are not in competition. When you are in humanitarian things, we are complementing one another. I bring the investor, you bring the people there, you bring that, and this is a work of solidarity. So yes, in Liberia we can do it. There's also different things to get out from that. When you have these ideas of, you are just empowered in your mind, and you see, we have, for example, in Nigeria, the widows, and in Ghana, we did a program where we had these widows complaining that they have nothing, no husband, no money, nothing, no lands, nothing. But we were teaching them to make soap. And now they are able to produce their own soap and sell it and bring food on the table, or on their table to feed their children. There's a lot of things to do. When you want really to do something, you have the capacity to do it. But yes, we need to act, and all together. We are one humanity. I am here in France. My sister is in UK. You are in India. If all together we join hand and participate. See, for example, listen, just one example. If any one of us give just one, let's say, between $1 and $10 to buy a machine or to build something, we can collect million and buy lot of machine. You understand? And create this economic reality that will bring sustainability and food security for the people. Yes, we can do it, but we have to build this platform where we will be all united. I have seen so many things in my life, and yes, I was listening to Francis. This is very good to empower people and to bring them to change their attitude, change their mindset. This is true. But if you are empowering them and they are not acting, there's no result. There's no result. This is what I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a great input Sister Nadia has given, and I'm sure there are a lot of small countries in Africa, very close to the coast, little greenery, lot of exposure to the rest of the world, and if we can create a sustainable, integrated model of business, agriculture, production, like what the other day I was giving a presentation on creating a center where business is there, art is there, culture is there. You can have a historical museum, you can have children training programs, and everything together, like an internship from different universities. People can come there and then invest a time. I'm sure those people who are coming and going will create a lot of resources, a lot of money, a lot of tourism, and this message will go to different part of the country. So it's not just one agriculture, one product, one business. An integrated approach with a idea of living together, a social formation where business, agriculture, producers, whatever you had traditionally demonstrated to the world, and whatever modern things we can add them to that, to show that you have a great message to the other part of the country, other different countries in your continent. I'm sure the collaboration with people like Sister Nadia and Sister Queen Elizabeth all can put together and then see what and how we can progress and what impetus we can give from Queen Nadia to the project what is being mentioned already in Liberia. I'm sure similar such projects can. Now the last meeting we had somebody from a university from Ghana offering some programs. So I'm sure they also have land, they have people, they have youth, but we need to put all these together so that academic is there, culture is there, and produce is there, business is also there. So I'm sure Mulaya must be happy today because we could make some or listen to some new aspects. Thank you, Sister Nadia. You have anything to say, Sukaria? Indonesia. Mulaya has anything to add?
Okay, wait, okay.
Yeah.
Hello, I seek permission to all greeting. I am Andri from Indonesia. For project collaboration and building properties in every country, please ask for company profile and will assist in the reaching investor. And the project must be clear. I hope the business while around sustainability. Thank you, Doctor.
Good, thank you. Anything from Mulaya? Yuti wanted to say something. You were showing hand.
No, I was just acknowledging Mr. Andre's greeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
But I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Is there a way to have resources?
All right. Thank you very much.
On solar drying?
No, again repeat. Mulaya, I interfered in between. Yuti, can you repeat it?
Okay. Okay, I have a quick question. Is there any resource that I think it's Miss Nadia made mention of solar drying?
Mulaya, I think your mic is... Yeah, the question was from Yuti to
Yes.
Queen Nadia
Yes, I wanted to
on
make
the
inquiries on the
solar drying.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, Yuti, I have not heard your question. Can you just repeat me your question?
Okay, you made mention you made mention of the solar drying. So I wanted to know if you could avail to some of us any resources that you have put in material and links. Thank you.
Yeah, in fact, solar, we have.
All right.
We can have.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. I don't know. I have to say or.
Yeah, continue.
Okay.
Continue.
So Sister Yuri, yes, Yuti, sorry. Yes, in fact, in our organization, Successful One, I have signed different contracts and different collaboration with big investors, and as you know, we have also in our organization different people from Qatar, from Dubai, and that they are also working in solar and all that. To bring solar to Africa, it's not a problem. we are ready. We have the companies ready to do it. You know, and the only thing that what we have to do is to, most of the investor or company that they want to go in Africa and invest in Africa, they want to have just a security and sign with the government. This is what we are doing. We have different people. We have different people that are ready to help in solar, in telecommunication. We have one of the best telecommunication from, for example, from America, and the owner is a good friend of mine, and we are ready, but we need to make some agreement with the government. Like, for example, in Liberia, it is possible, and we are preparing our delegation to go there in Liberia, because we are working directly with the president, and the president is open to receive everything. You know? So, yes, we can help you for solar. There, I don't know from where you are, UT.
Yes, I'm based in Nigeria.
You are in Nigeria. So in Nigeria, we have, we are still in discussion for what we called, I have signed with a big company called Gen Energy. Gen Energy is a company that is also based in Dubai, and Gen Energy has another technology, because they are working in the technology that they call the free energy. It means that it is more powerful than the solar energy, because the solar energy, sometimes now the technologies found that there are some failures in the solar technology. But this energy is the free energy, taken from the environment, taken from Earth, and etc. This is really amazing. This is what we are doing actually in Nigeria. We are trying to do that. You see? So we are working on it for Nigeria. If the government accepts and everything is done, there's no problem. The beauty with Gen Energy that we can also work with the private companies there. You know, this is what we can do together. But we can discuss about that, and I can speak with the DrTPS Kumar about that, how we can implement, and what we are doing also as Success World One there in Nigeria for the technology. We are also working on potable water. We have all these companies that they are part with us, and my sister Queen Elizabeth knows about that. We are working with different companies in solar, in potable water, in agriculture, hydroponics, and aquaponics, and all that. All these technologies, we have it. We just need to see leaders who want really to work, who really wants to move. You understand? I don't know if I answered your question, or it was another question. Maybe I have not understood exactly.
No, it's fine. Thank you.
Yeah, that was again a great input from Sister Queen Nadia. Good enough for the day? Thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting me and my sister Queen for this great opportunity. It's a great platform, and like we also agree that we need to be coming here for reports of our actions, our implementation.
Yes.
So I really like this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. See you. Thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
DrTPS. Kumar.
Thank you
so much.
See you, Nadia ji, in the evening for that Ukraine.
Sorry?
Ukraine, there is a meet in the evening. I'll send you the link.
For Ukraine?
Yeah. Please
Oh, okay.
pray
That's
for
fine.
pray for Ukraine.
Send me the link.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.